I decided I'd get a little bit of extra light on my face so you can see me better in this video. So, Jerusalem Bible. I've been reading the Bible every night for like 7 months straight, except for when I've been traveling. But I get these little Bibles I bring with me, at least some form of scripture. It's become a must. Tony Robbins said, you don't always get your shoulds, but you always get your musts. So if there's something that you're not being disciplined with, turn it into an absolute must. Like if you got to do 20 push-ups a day, it don't matter how tired you are, don't matter if it's 3 a.m., you got to do that 20 push-ups before you're allowed to go to sleep. That's how it is with this. So I get this cool little bookmark in Proverbs right now. In the end, its bite is like a serpent's, its sting as sharp as an adder's. Your eyes will see strange things, distorted words will come from your heart. You will be like the one sleeping in mid-ocean, like one asleep at the masthead. Struck me, have they? But I'm not hurt. Beaten me? I don't feel anything. When shall I wake up? I'll ask for more of it. 24. Do not be envious of wicked men, or wish for their company, for their hearts are scheming violence, their lips talking of mischief. By wisdom a house is built, by discernment the foundation is laid, by knowledge its storerooms filled, with riches of every kind, rare and desirable. Better the wise man than the strong. I got more for you. The man with knowledge than the brawny fellow. For war is won by sound thinking, and victory rests in having many counselors. Wisdom is coral to the fool. At the city gates he does not open his mouth. The man intent on evil doing is called a rank intriguer. The foolish scheme nothing but sin. The mocker is abhorrent to men. Abhorrent to men. If you lose heart when adversity comes, your strength will only be weakness. Rescue those being led away to death. Hold back those who are being dragged to the slaughter. Will you object? But look, we did not know. Has he who weighs, almost done, the heart with heart no understanding? He who scans your soul no knowledge? He himself will repay a man as his deeds deserve. Eat honey, my son, since it is good. Honey that drips from the comb is sweet to the taste, but such is knowledge of wisdom for your soul. Find it, and there will be a morrow, and your hope will not be in vain. Do not lurk, wicked man, around the virtuous man's dwelling. Do not despoil his house. For though the virtuous man falls 7 times, he stands up again. The wicked are the ones who stumble in adversity. Should your enemy fall, do not rejoice. When he stumbles, do not let your heart exult. For fear at the sight Yahweh will be displeased and turn his anger away from him. Do not be indignant about the wicked. Do not be envious of evil men. Almost done. Since there is no morrow for the wicked man, the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out. For fear Yahweh, my son, and fear the king. Do not rebel against either of them, for suddenly their vengeance will arise, and then who knows what ruin both of them will send. Proverbs. All right, so just want to rapid fire some stuff. I just got back from New Jersey, 4 days straight. Tony Robbins Unleashed the Power Within event. It was life-changing. It was 4 days in a row, 12 hours a day, and one day it went on to like 1:30 in the morning. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it was, but it was amazing. I even got this workbook here. Unleash the Power Within. Read Upgrading Your Belief Systems. Excuse me, wrong tube. And then after that, I immediately flew to Denver. I'm going to be doing his other event. This is quite the investment. Lots of money and time, and it's well worth it. I've got a notebook here. Well, doing deep planning, business planning, life goals, values, stuff like this. And so I'm doing learning about immersion and deep dives in order to become way more successful. Instead of dabbling and doing a bunch of little different things, you have to really deep dive on certain things. I think I'm almost done with this book. Or did I think I finished it? Oh, I'm almost done. The Clipper Ship Strategy. This is freaking amazing. I'm almost done with this book, U 2.0, The High Velocity Formula for Multiplying Your Personal Effectiveness in Quantum Leaps. Amazing book. And then here on the iPad, I've got a subscription to Masterclass, and I might get the subscription to Jordan Peterson's stuff. So I think this is book number 480 I'm reading. And I'm reading like 5 other books. I've gotten myself to this place where I can run 2 businesses and learn, execute, learn, execute, learn, execute. It's a very frustrating place to be. Here's why. You can execute on things that just make you money and consume a bunch of your time, but they give you no fulfillment. And if you execute on things that give you fulfillment that don't make you money, you have to balance those 2 things. Somehow I keep making tens of thousands of dollars a month in revenue because I make sure I get all my deliverables done, like all my priorities, everything is, I take care of everything. I do it all. And then in between, I'm doing all this educational stuff in the morning and at night. And if I'm driving, I'm listening to audiobooks. And then in between, it's a lot of work. I'm learning a lot right now, taking risks. I put I'm constantly investing in my business. I put, I don't know, 48 grand in the past couple months. Well, 3 months now because time's flying. Trying different approaches and different angles and different things. There's a line. There's proven and then there's experimental. So you got to keep doing all the proven stuff that's proven to pay your bills. And then anything over and above and beyond a certain ratio or number, then you can put into experimental. But you got to make sure you have the proven stuff locked down. So through that formula, it's a simple formula. Of course, you make sure you make all your money, you cover your overhead, your cost of goods sold, your administrative, your payroll, pay your taxes, food in the fridge, roof over the head, keep all your bills paid. And then you have a nest egg, like everything's on the home front is all taken care of. And then everything that you make and above that, whatever that number is, you can pimp your life. You can go buy fancy stuff or upgrade your lifestyle, or you can just reinvest it all. That's what I'm doing, is reinvesting, because I believe I'm smart. But there's this weird thing. You should never, I've learned to never count your chickens before they hatch. Because I've watched people count their chickens before they hatch, and just because you're excited about an idea doesn't mean that it's going to work. Because I've been excited about a lot of stuff that I've put my heart and soul and money into it, cold hard cash, and hundreds of hours, and watch it just fail. But I keep stepping up to the plate and I keep swinging the bat, and sometimes I win. When you find something that wins, do more of that, But anyways, if you do upgrade there's this weird thing about expanding the container. Like if you got an ice cube tray with 12 cells and you put water, it fills up, it overflows and fills all 12, and then it spills over into the sink. You can put it in the freezer and make ice cubes. But if you want 36 ice cubes, you can't get 36 ice cubes unless you put a 36 cell container in there. So if you create a bigger container, it makes at least the ability to fill it. If you only have 12 cells, you'll never fill 36. But if you have 36 cells, then if you can turn up the faucet, you can fill them. So with that being said, no matter what business you're in, you should have excuse me, a high ticket offer. I don't care if you got a landscape business and your average ticket job is $500. You should have something for sale for 50,000. Whatever it is, you should have some type of high ticket offer. And me saying this right now is opening my brain, and I really want to. This is what I want. I want like 10 acres, couple $1 million house, a beautiful house. And off in the distance, I want probably a 3,500 square foot barn dominium multi-floor studio that I can do filming, podcasts, live events in. It's going to have bathroom, kitchen, everything, guest house, all of it. So I could throw live events on my property separated by like privacy, trees and stuff. It's going to have its own driveway that splits off with the parking lot. We can invite people there. And then on the other side of that, on the other side of our home in the distance will be its own driveway and parking lot separated by trees. Will be a animal sanctuary for my wife so she can rescue animals. And behind that would be a pole barn for like horses. And then behind that would be another barn with like my whole service business, or it'd be like another thing. And then there'd be concrete all the way around so you can drive. And off in the distance, there'd be like a whole pond with fountains. And then beyond that would be woods with trails and all types of fun stuff, right? Like, so you can like go four-wheeling and stuff and dirt biking and then like beautiful gardens, like organic gardens for like fresh food and stuff and apple trees and all that. I talk about it, it's so real to me. And I also had this idea for it's like freezing winter. I don't really care, but for my wife, she could be able to like walk through, like it'll be like paved, but then you'll have like a kind of like downtown areas. It'll be like a glass, almost like a long elongated greenhouse hallway that connects the house to the animal sanctuary. So she could just walk with her cup of coffee and not have to walk in a snowstorm, or you know what I mean? And then walk like, I don't know, a couple 100 feet, maybe 150 feet, and then boom. And then the animal sanctuary will actually have people working there. There will be like a desk, like a check-in, almost like a veterinarian. And then there will be like luxury kennels and stuff, and like maybe even like a part-time vet on staff, a veterinarian. Like I see all this. And then there'll be gates in the front, security all over the place, like just cameras, maybe even real security. You just have it like Fort Knox, bro. And I see my wife up in the morning, like living her dream. I love my wife so much. I don't know where I'd be without her. She's like the premium rocket fuel to all of my dreams. She's like the diamond. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's spiritual. I need to go to bed. I'm really tired. But here's my challenge for you. I want you to see the glass half full instead of half empty. If you keep suffering What's your favorite flavor of suffering? I know what mine is. What's yours? Look at the lies that you're telling yourself and how are those lies going to compound over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You have to get out of your head and into positive expectancy.